Let's be real. How many of us grew up cramming the periodic table or memorizing the steps of photosynthesis just to ace a test and then promptly forget it all? Well, the next generation science standards are here to change the game. NGSS, or Next Gen Science Smarts. Today we're talking about ditching that old school memorization grind and embracing something way more exciting, student sense making. It's all about helping kids think, question, and figure things out like real scientists.
Today we're diving into a topic that's critical for NGSS, sense-making. It's all about helping students learn how to think, not just what to think.
Absolutely. Sense-making isn't just another educational buzzword. It's about shifting students from passively learning about science to actively figuring it out. Kim, where does sense-making start?
This approach flips the traditional teaching model. Instead of telling students the science concepts up front, you guide them to activate their prior knowledge and explore phenomena or ideas through hands-on or minds-on activities. If you follow the 5E instructional model, if you only do the explore, the kids are just being busy. If you only do the explain, you're just giving them information. And then if you give them the explain before the explore, they are simply just, being confirmed what you just told them. There's very little thinking. However, flipping the explore before the explain totally makes the students, helps them with the sense making.
So it's like being a detective. Students observe, ask questions, test ideas, and only then start piecing together an explanation. It's the process of discovery that makes learning stick.
Exactly. When students connect new knowledge to their own experiences, they're constructing deeper, more meaningful understanding. It's like building a skyscraper on a strong foundation instead of a house of cards.
Oh, that is a great metaphor, but where does sense-making begin?
There's a quote from Ambitious Science Teaching that really nails it. When students are always told what the relationships are, they're borrowing the sense that someone else has made.
And borrowed learning is fragile and temporary. True sense-making empowers students to construct their own understanding, which leads to deeper comprehension and long-term retention.
It also mirrors what real scientists are doing. Science is all about figuring things out, testing ideas, and solving problems. By engaging students in sense-making, we're helping them develop skills like inquiry, collaboration, and evidence-based reasoning.
And don't forget, sense-making makes science relevant. When students see themselves as capable of figuring out the why and how behind phenomena, it sparks curiosity and confidence.
But I know what a lot of teachers are thinking. How do I actually do this in the classroom?
So it's going to all start with creating a classroom culture that values all ideas. Students need to feel safe sharing their thoughts, and even if they're unsure, they need to know that they're going to be accepted.
Yes, and students don't want to share things if they're not sure of it. So having established norms for risk-taking and encouraging diverse perspectives are huge. One of my favorite strategies for this whole idea is modeling.
Modeling, as in creating and revising representations, I would imagine that would be really intimidating for students the first time through.
It can be, and with the right environment, students will be able to find success. They can start with rough sketches, diagrams, or even physical models based on their current understanding. Then, as they gather new data or test their ideas, they revise those models. That iterative process is so powerful. It helps students organize their thinking and make connections to real-world phenomena.
And it shows them that science is not about getting it right the first time. It's about refining and improving. But it's important to remember that complex thinking like this cannot be rushed.
Right. When we ask students something challenging, we need to build in time for them to process, discuss, and even wrestle with ideas. That careful balance of a productive struggle is so important and impactful.
If we jump in too quickly to rescue them with answers, we miss out on those deeper learning moments. It's important to embrace the pregnant pause even if you don't want to. Giving them time to think also sends the message that grappling with tough questions is not just okay, it's expected.
And when students feel ownership for their learning, they don't just understand science more deeply, they start to see how it connects to their real world. That's what we're looking for when we help develop scientifically literate citizens.
Couldn't agree more. So here's the takeaway for this week. Choose one upcoming lesson and ask yourself, how can I let my students explore before I explain? Maybe it's starting with a simple question or presenting a phenomenon for them to observe. It does not have to be a big overhaul. Just one intentional shift to give your students the chance to figure things out.
And if you want to take it a step further, try incorporating a hands-on activity or have students create an initial model of what they think is happening.
Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Start small, reflect, and grow from there.
And we'd love to hear how it goes. Share your stories or strategies with us on social media or drop us an email at einstein@einsteinproject.org. Let's create a community of science educators who are working together to elevate our students' understanding of the scientific world.
Thank you for tuning in to Science Solutions. If you found it useful, share it with a colleague and subscribe to get notified when our next episode comes out. Sign up to receive Science Solutions in your inbox to access resources, reflection questions, and actionable insights.
Until next time, keep inspiring your students and making shift happen. You've got this.